Guys, I know I just uploaded a video a while ago, but as I do this quick little vlog, I guess, because I can. Right now, I am spending or hoping on spending too much money. And I know you're like, well, why would you want to spend too much money? Well, I'm on Amazon.com. Here, let me turn this around because I want to talk to you about this real quick. Actually, no, that's not Amazon, that's Chris Pirillo. But I'm on Amazon right now, and I'm looking at some cool crap. Let's see, how can I see this? It's hard to see because I'm not using the back-facing camera, but yeah. So yeah, I'm on Amazon, I'm just looking at some stuff. So now I have Androids on here. Can you see? Yeah, I got some Androids on there, like the little collectibles you put on your desk and that. But and I'm an Apple guy, but I like technology. When I first started this channel, I said when I turned it away from vlogs and then did some other stuff and technology, I just said, you know what, I'm an Apple guy, and I completely locked myself out of the whole other, and I like technology. If you have a good feel, it doesn't matter if you're Microsoft, BlackBerry, yes, BlackBerry. I know I do diss BlackBerry to some people, and I apologize for that, but I try not to lock myself. I locked myself losing that connection from limiting myself to just Apple, and Apple's awesome. Apple is my =1 company. But the thing is that with Apple, that's only a portion of what's out there. If you have a good UI, if you have a good, you don't have a laggy device, the software is good, the hardware is good, you're probably going to get a good thumbs up from me. So if I play around with and this goes for Apple too, if I go to an Apple store tomorrow and I play around with the iPad mini, which I'm getting my hands on soon, hopefully, and I don't like it, I'm not gonna tell you, go out and put $30 down for an iPad mini. Even if it's Apple, I don't really like everything from them. Like, you learn from your mistakes, so it's like Apple, and this is just kind of a little backstory. Apple failed so many times. Probably about 20 years ago, Apple was days away from probably just going out of business, and they were on the verge. Not the site, The Verge, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, that's wow. And then they turned it around, and it's just awesome now. And I don't want to make this video all about Apple. I just wanted to saying is that I locked myself out of Apple, and I locked myself down, and I was saying this is why Android sucks, and I was just saying everything on Apple is great, but it's not. So I opened up that door, and that is why now I am looking at a lot of just cool stuff. That's why I added so many of those Android things to the to my wish list here on Amazon. Which, if you want to go if you wanna, maybe sponsor something for a video, you can go ahead and do that. The link is on my channel. I'm gonna start putting it in the description soon after Christmas. But yeah, it's like I locked myself, and I can't believe I would do that. But it's like Apple's good, Microsoft is good. Now, the Microsoft Surface, that's a whole different story, and I don't want to make this like a 20-minute video. But the thing is, the Microsoft Surface, the reason it failed, and I was watching this video from Chris Pirillo, is that, the reason it failed, Microsoft kind of rushed it out of the gate. They had their expectations too high, and it just wasn't the feel. Windows 8, they didn't. Now, here's one of the things why Apple, in my opinion, is my favorite company. Is because, now let me just do it like that. Is it's like, Apple takes that's why we see an iPad. That's why we see the iPhone every year. Because if you look at Google, and they're good at, like, they know what they're doing. But if you look at Google, they rush out a new Android phone every 4 to 5 months, and it's like that doesn't get consumers. If I went out and got a Galaxy Nexus 4, which is really good, it's like, well, that's kind of not. And then 5 months later, hey, it's like we had the HTC One X, and now we're coming up to just about 6 months later. I think that might be a little. I think that might be a little low, but now we're coming up to the HTC One X Plus. It's like, I don't know. It's just, like I said, if you have a good UI, good software, good hardware, and your price point isn't way out of the gate, kind of like what Microsoft did with the Surface, I think you have a good thing. Now, here's one of the reasons why you can't say that I just like Apple. Personally, I've seen a lot of things. Apple, the iPad mini does look like it's a good product for $330. I would tell you that right now. Go out and put that money down. But if you have the iPad 3rd generation or more, it's like, why would you, like, if you have the 3rd generation iPad and you're so used to the Retina display, when you go to an iPad mini, it's not going to look terrible. It's just going to look a little bit less. But it's like, if you coming from an iPad 2, that's why I'm just saying this. But yeah, it's like 12 in the morning here, but yeah. There's a lot of just cool stuff, and that's why I'm actually probably going to do a video on this site, weship.com, I think it is. Or I don't know the name of the site. I'm going to do a video because if you're in Canada, it gives you a U.S. address to ship to, and that's kind of how it's doing it for me. So if you sponsor something on my wish list, I don't have to give out my real address. You ship it to that address, which is based out of New York, and yeah. So it's really then they'll ship it up here to me. But yeah. So yeah. There's a lot of cool things. I think this one right here looks pretty cool, and how good can you see that? But there we go. That one right there is pretty cool. Yeah, but yeah. So I love my U.S. address. I haven't actually used it yet, so hopefully, but it was free, so it's not like they can screw you. They can't really do anything because I didn't pay anything. But yeah. I don't know, and it's like the same thing, and I don't mean to go on a rant here, but it's like the same thing with the Nexus 10. It's like, Nexus 10, Google has a good approach. I think Google and Samsung and Apple Samsung is good, especially like the Note 2. I have played around with that before, and I really like the S3. And then hopefully one day when it does come out, I'll get I'll get my hands on and get a review unit for the S4, which, according to Mashable, the S4 is coming out in February, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, and I know if I say no, I don't know, one more time, something bad's gonna happen. But yeah, Asian Edition, New York. Oh, I found this on Amazon. This is actually really cool. Actually, the seller's HTC. Or not the seller, but like HTC made it. It is the Android Mini collectible figure 3-inch exclusive limited Asia Edition Chinese New York 2011 God of Wealth toy. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. That's emotions. I just really want to. I'm running out of I was running out of battery there. I'm at 20%, so yeah, lots of stuff to look at. But yeah, it's like I played around with iPhone. I played around with BlackBerry. Yeah, believe it or not. I played around with lots of things. But one thing that I think right now, if Apple went out of business, I'd either go to Microsoft because I do like the Windows Phone 7. I really want to eventually get my hands on Windows Phone 8 when if I can get my hands on it. But you never know what could happen. A lot of stuff could happen. What the frig is this? Sorry. Portal. Oh, it's a Portal 2 thing. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that's about it. This is about almost 11 minutes long. And yeah, so I was just talking about that. So I'm sorry to those companies that said that your products were crap. But a lot of companies do have crap products. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So from this point on, if I do a review on a case from OtterBox or if I was sent a Nexus 7 tomorrow and I didn't like it, or if hypothetically next year I get the iPhone 5S, which yes, that is what it's gonna be called. Called the iPhone 6, you gotta be like screwed, but and I don't like it, I'm not gonna say, go out and put, a certain amount of money. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat anymore. Alright guys, we're running into 12 minutes. Peace.